Hi. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about grief. I am going through my own grieving process, and it's not like traditional grieving. I've been fortunate that I haven't lost anybody I love or um, recently, or an animal, but how grief also comes in the form of shedding belief systems or core values, and these things come about through therapy. And the reason why I wanted to speak to this is so many times I get asked, like, what is therapy about? How do you do therapy? What do you do? And these little tidbits that I've been doing are kind of a glimpse into what I do in therapy as a client. And each therapist kind of works in their own way. But I mean, these are the things that we're uncovering. And I've had a lifetime of dipping into some really deep sadness, but not really allowing myself to settle in that and pull in and give myself space and time. I think there's a lot of layers around that I've uncovered in therapy. And really what I'm sitting with right now is that I have a death of a belief system. And I'll speak a little bit to that, but that's not the main purpose of why I'm doing this today. It's more about just grief and letting yourself have time and space. And the little piece that I have is I am an optimist. I am somebody who kind of wishes for the utopian view. I am somebody who holds space for something magical to appear. And many times in my life that happens. So it's not unheard of. And it's also been this place, hope, where I've used it in conjunction with a defense mechanism. And that's so I don't fully have to feel disappointed or angry or sad. And actually I had a supervisor, because we get supervised as interns, and some of supervision is about our process in order to continue helping the process of our clients. And I had a supervisor mention that, and I was like, that's interesting. I haven't had anybody reflect that to me. And as I unpack that and go deeper into this hope that I have, I can absolutely say that it's been tied up in a defense mechanism to not have to feel this despair and this sadness that comes along with grief and the waves of other emotions when you're in the midst of loss. And a lot of our identity gets tied up into belief systems. And as I shed this belief system, I realized that there was a form of denial that was going on. And it's interesting because as I let that go, and I go to therapy with this wonderful woman recently, Melinda, who I've worked with on and off, who does a lot of amazing body work as well. We sit with this grief, and I've been feeling bad. I'm a social butterfly. I tend to reach out. I tend to want to stay connected, even in the very difficult times. And I just haven't had it in me to do that. And I've been worried about that and judging that and being a little hard on myself. Some old patterns, also things that we work on and look at in therapy. And she used this beautiful analogy, and not even an analogy, just like a truth, that in many cultures they wear black when they're grieving, and sometimes for a whole year. And what this indicates and symbolizes in the culture is that like I am grieving. I am going through a difficult time, and right now I need to be with myself and conserve myself and nurture and love all of this that is coming up for me. And I don't have colors to give to the world. I don't have colors. And it spoke to me because that's kind of where I am with this new understanding of where I've been deeply in denial. And it's interesting, denial, how you can't even know you're in it. And my hope was keeping not hurting alive, like not feeling the grief of not having a certain amount of love or affection or attention that I've so desperately wanted, and just haven't been able to like quite achieve. And no matter how hard this little one in me tries, that's not the type of relationship I'm going to have in my family system. And they love me and they care for me, and all the hoping I can do in the world isn't going to change that. And really just accepting the truth of what is. And so there's a grief, and there is this piece of me that's really tender, and I've been sitting with that, and it's been good. It's important. I think from a nervous system perspective, being able to allow yourself to go in and go into rest and digest, and also be able to pull your energy from all these places that we unknowingly at times exert ourselves, and honor that right now I need this energy to be healthy and well and come out the other side with all of my colors and more. And so I just think that this thing called therapy and this process of consciousness and becoming aware and owning aspects of ourselves is just this beautiful thing that I am so lucky to embark on and share with the world. So thank you, and as always, my heart to yours. Mwah.